Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be back, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Basically, that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Happy Monday. Yes, it's Monday. Let's shake it up. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a great Monday. For those of us who started our work week today, hope you guys had a great Monday. I had more energy this Monday than I did last Monday than I did the Monday before that. So I'm getting my sea legs back. You know, it takes me a couple of weeks to get back to the swing of things with being back at work and all that good stuff and all the movement. You know, I get lazy over the summer. As you might be able to see in my face, I done picked up a few pounds, you know, not like before though. Not like before. I probably picked up maybe 6 pounds, but I feel like it's all right here. But I'm back on my grind, you know, doing a lot more walking, and I got to get back in the gym. Child, I got to get back in the gym. I was going to get back in this week, so I may try to go to the gym tomorrow or Friday. So, but y'all come on in. Let me say hi to the people. Thank you, Raven. Thank you, boo. Really be what happened? What happened with what? What happened with what, Miss Amazing? What you talking about? My background says it's Monday. Let's shake it up. Let me show you. Yeah. You getting your hair braided? I know that's right. Yeah, these braids are coming out soon. Soon and very soon. I'm listening. They've already started coming out, quiet as kept and loud as it is. I've already started taking them out. They are coming out soon, honey. Soon. Okay. Grown woman, don't try me, Tan. The informed. Hey, everybody, come on in. Hey, Karay. Hey, KDK. My Monday was cute. Thank you. I had to chase my principal around today, child. Ooh, me and my principal, I'm going to get him. He's ADHD like me, and he be everywhere. And when I need him to focus, I have to literally just be like, hey, right here. But, you know. What's up, Kim? Hey, Tracy. What's up, boo? Hey, Below. What's going on, Tawana? Lovely Nola, Alexis. Hey, y'all, come on in. Tamara, Universal Soul Goddess. You made Tuscan chicken rigatoni. Oh, that sounds good. I cooked tonight. Aren't y'all proud of me? I cooked dinner tonight. I sure did. I made some chicken breast in the air fryer with some spinach and cauliflower rice. Very healthy. You know, I had a healthy dinner. Then I ate a bag of chips. But that was better than eating like 3 pieces of fried chicken and a biscuit and then a bag of chips, which is probably what I would have done 2 weeks ago. Listen, we take the small things. Hey, Paul. Ravine, what's up, boo? Nubian, Sonara, Gossip in the Garden. What's going on, Miss Baything? Hey, crazy homebody girl. What's up, Marcus? Straight out of Richmond, VA. Yes. I have leftovers, grilled chicken, roasted potatoes, and veggies. That sounds good. Luana, what's going on? Montrez. Hey, Xavier. Majority. Excuse me. Montrez, Miss Pretty Amazing. Everyone eating good tonight. May I enrich and nourish your mind, body, and souls. Okay. Yes. Okay. Enrich us. What's up, Uncle Jay? No, not the braids. That means some. I know, right? Once the braids come out, baby, it's over. Once the braids come out, the people who've been around long enough know you might as well cue the Boys to Men. It's so hard to say goodbye because when the braids come out. What up? Hey, Sierra, what's up, boo? FYI, you might be asked to do a Love and Marriage Huntsville panel with Mellow Meters by T and Scotty. Wait, what? Huh? Wait a minute. FYI, you might be asked to do a Love and Marriage Huntsville panel with Mellow Meters by Ty and Scotty. You put a bunch of laughing emojis, so I feel like there's a joke somewhere in there. I just, child, I'm gonna just keep that over there. Nubian, what's up? She said, "Is that the braiding shop in Maryland that's open 24 hours?" Hey, Kawale. You got to get your principal clicker train. Child. I'll be like, right here. Hey, I need you right here. Hello, I need you over here. Oh, it's a mess. Really, B, you said you didn't know how to cook. I don't. I'm not. Listen, when I say I don't know how to cook, what I mean is what I know how to cook. I know how to cook, but my repertoire is small. Like I can probably cook about 5 things. But luckily for me and my personality, I can eat the same thing every day. I know for some people that's very boring to them, but I literally can eat the same thing every day. I get on these kicks. Like right now, what I just told y'all about the bag of chips. I'm on this salt and vinegar chip thing. I've been on this kick for about 3 weeks now, where I've just been craving. It's the salt. It's the salt I'm craving. I don't know why I've been craving salt lately, but it's the salt. And what's happening is if I get a bag of salt and vinegar chips and it doesn't have enough salt on it, it doesn't have enough of the, it's a bland bag, then I want another bag. It's just like that's how people be addicted to drugs. You get that high, and if it doesn't get you to that level of high, you keep chasing the high. Right now, I'm chasing the perfect bag of salt and vinegar chips. Although I think the bag that I picked up today on my way home from work was actually pretty perfect. It's what I needed. So I'm hoping that craving might be kind of off me right now. But yeah, baby. And that might be another reason why I'm kind of swollen because I've been eating a lot of salt lately. And then, yeah, that might be another reason why my face looks a little swollen because I've been eating a lot of salt. Now you listen exactly what I had for lunch minus the chips. Chips are my favorite thing. Okay, all y'all eating these chips. You cook some baked chicken and oh, I might get me some cabbage this weekend. Y'all know what? Now y'all know I can. Now y'all know I can cook some cabbage. Now I done showed y'all. Y'all can go back and find some videos of me cooking some cabbage. Now I might go. Now I can make a meal off of my cabbage. Just cook it and eat a bowl of it. I might give me some cabbage this weekend. Maybe when I go to the grocery store. Maybe I'll give me some cabbage this weekend. What's up, Sharice? Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Jay. Hey, Papa. Hey, Boo. Chief and President. Yes. I had to stop bringing chips into the house so I wouldn't need them. Normally, I will not go out and get chips and stuff. Well, at least let me not say that. I used to be like that. Lately, I have found myself that when I have a craving, I will go out. I used to not be like that. I used to, if I had a craving for something and I didn't have it in the house, I would not go out and get it. But lately, it's just been, it just hasn't been good. It was this summer, but I think a lot of that too was the summer and having a lot of idle time, just being able to just sit around the house. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna run down to the store and get me some chips. Oh, I'm gonna run and get me, So I'm kind of back, kind of getting back to my regular routine. Yeah, definitely eating some chips. Hey, DB, what's up, boo? Thank you so much for the super sticker, Papo. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you. Cree B, what's up, Cree B? You took your braids out Saturday. Really be finally free of them people. She ain't going back. Oh, the Mellometer child. Scotty and T are reconciling with the Mellometer content creators today on one of T's lives, and they agreed to do a love and marriage hospital. Who mentioned my name? Who said my name? I wish I was on a cucumber salad kick because then I'd be eating something healthy. But I get on my cucumber kick sometimes. I love to like just cut up some cucumber, put a little sea salt, little vinegar, little sea salt, and eat it. And I could just eat a whole cucumber like that. I don't need nothing else. I don't need no dressing. I don't need nothing. I can just get a little bit of vinegar, a red vinegar, a little bit of the red vinegar, little sea salt, and let it sit for like a day. You know, shake it up and let it sit for like a day, and then come back and I can eat that whole damn thing. But again, I get on these kicks. Detox water and tea. I had some salt and vinegar chips too. You be tearing them salt and vinegar chips up on the panel. I don't blame. I've been on the kick. I don't know what it is. Baked Cheetos is my new obsession. Every once in a while, I'll eat some Cheetos. I don't really get a craving for Cheetos, but every once in a while, I'll pick up some Cheetos. What's up, Naisha? That's why you made some. That's what you made: cabbage, rice, and baked chicken. Oh, that sounds good too. Soul food junkie, not snacks. Yeah. And I get a taste for something. And that's the other thing right now. This is going to sound crazy, y'all. This is going to sound very crazy. But right now, I'm not craving food. I'm craving snacks. Like literally, I am not craving food. Like if I think about what I want to eat, I don't have a taste for anything in particular. So it's like, I think that's why I've been snacking so much too, because I'm not craving anything like, oh, I want some chicken. Oh, I want a sub. Oh, I want some soul food. I don't have a craving. And so I think that's what's making it harder. But we get, like I said, baby, we getting it together. The fall is coming. You know, we getting it together. They said to T and Scotty, bring your friends, and someone mentioned your name. I can't remember who. I'm just letting you know. No, girl, I ain't, Raven, you know I ain't mad. I ain't tripping, girl. You good. It's just funny. And I'm going to tell you why I find that whole conversation funny is because I never did. Even when I was, first of all, I never got into Love and Marriage Huntsville to that level, right? I reviewed it. I moved on. I didn't get into the sector of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I didn't do a lot of the short videos. I didn't get into all the gossip of what was happening in the streets of Huntsville. So I never really got into all of that. So I didn't really fall out with anybody. At least to my knowledge, I didn't. I got frustrated with the millimeters that would come in my chat. And it was like, what pisses me off about that whole male situation is you could not criticize her in any way. In any way. You couldn't say anything bad about Melody. And that's what frustrated me because y'all know how I am over here. Everybody get a turn. Even the people I like gonna get a turn. You know why? Because nobody is perfect and nobody moves through. Cruiser, did I say what's up to you? I saw you. Look, I read the name. I don't know if I said it out loud. What up, Cruiser? Yeah, so it's like, but I mean, listen, y'all know if T and Scotty call, I find it hard to say no to them. But it's just funny to me, like, child, the millimeters used to frustrate me with that bull hockey. But anyway, I love me a good hot pretzel. Ooh, let me tell you. And luckily I stopped. I never really got a crave. Every once in a while I'll crave a hot pretzel, right? Every once in a while I'll want me one. But Wawa sells them hot pretzels, right? And every once in a while, I'll pick up one of the hot pretzels from Wawa, put it in the microwave for about 5 seconds just so it get warm enough to just get soft again. Throw a little mustard on that blicky, and baby, that gets me where I need to be. But I luckily have not created that to the point where it's an issue. Excuse me, to the point where it's an issue. Now I'm gonna tell you, at one point in time, I got on, what was that fundraiser? Joe Crocker, they used to sell the pizza kits. Y'all remember them when everybody used to do those damn? I know everybody in here who had the people older like me, your kids did a fundraiser at school that sold them Joe Crocker. Thank you. That sold them, was his name Joe Crocker or something? Those damn pizza kits. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And then at one point in time, they sort of expanded and they started selling mozzarella sticks and soft pretzels and calzones. Joe Corby. That's who it was. Joe Corby. See, y'all know what I'm talking about. Now I ain't gonna lie, I bought a couple of them. Like the frozen pretzels. They had they had the pretzels. I mean, the soft pretzels that you could buy, and calzones, and something else I would buy. But let me tell you, they got me out of that because the calzones were nasty because they used that nasty they used pasta sauce instead of pizza sauce, and there is a difference. I mean, like a tomato paste. The cookie dough was everything. I would get the sugar cookie dough and you know why I did like the sugar cookie? What's up, DeMarcus? You know why I did like their sugar dough? I mean, their cookie dough, because it came in a bucket and you could make however many you wanted. So sometimes I would only make like 3 cookies because that's all I wanted, and I would eat them fresh and hot, and it would get me what I needed. It got me what I needed. So yeah, I did like those. Thank you, DeMarcus. And so let me get into this show, child. We've been talking for 18 minutes. Y'all know Cajun gonna get me. But thank you to everybody who showed up yesterday for the 19K celebration. I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate all the blessings and all the gifts that y'all gave me, the super chats and the cash apps. The number yesterday was 1919. So if y'all want to keep it going, we can keep it going. Okay. But anyway, let's move on. I don't have a lot to talk about today. And at 8 o'clock, speaking of T, at 8 o'clock, we'll be on T's channel doing Saturday's episode of Heart and Hustle. I was about to say Love and Hustle. Heart and Hustle, Houston. Thank you, DeMarcus. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. Yeah, that cookie dough was good. I ain't gonna lie to you about that cookie dough was good. So anyway, Cruiser wanted me to remind y'all this is for the cruise people. Number one, don't forget that your balance has to be paid off by the end of November. So for those of us that get paid every 2 weeks, that give you about 3 to 4 paychecks, depending on when you get paid. They give you about 3 to 4 paychecks, and call them people and find out what your balance is, and divide that thing up over the next couple of paydays, so you don't have to sit around and hit that lump sum at the end of November. Listen, I did that one time. That cruise, the last year when I went, me and Cruiser was both at the day before it was due. The day before our balance was due, both of us was on the phone like, Lord, I done messed around and waited to the last minute. Cruiser like waiting to the last minute. But just make sure that you call and find out what your balance is, and go ahead and make sure you get your final payment in. Also, make sure you are getting your flights, because y'all know the closer it gets, the more the tickets start going up. And like Cruiser said, from the first time she priced her flight to when she bought her flight, it went up like $100. I have not purchased my flight either, but I'm going to do it this weekend. That's on my budget for this weekend, is to get my ticket. So make sure you guys are doing that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. For those of you that are going on the cruise, I'm gonna probably get a late flight. Cruiser, I think, is gonna be there earlier, so we'll coordinate everything that needs to be coordinated. But Cruiser's gonna probably be there before I am, because I'm trying to get a late enough flight so I don't have to take another day off work. So I'll just take off that Friday and that Monday, so I don't have to take that Thursday off. So I'm really trying to get, like, I think last time Cruiser, I got a flight out at 5 o'clock or something, and I was able to slide out of work a little early, so I didn't have to take any time off on that Thursday. I was able to sort of slide out early. Worst case scenario, I'll take a half a day on that Thursday. I'm not going to take a full day if I don't have to. But worst case scenario, I'll take a half a day that Thursday, but I still will probably be taking an afternoon flight. So Cruiser is going to be there early. Also, I shouldn't say this. I ain't gonna say that out loud. I'll wait till we're in the group chat for that part. But just we'll coordinate that. So don't worry about what time your flights are coming in. If you're coming in the night before, Cruiser will be there early. I'll be there late. We're all staying. I'm not sure if everybody booked at the hotel where Cruiser, the information that she posted months ago. I know I booked my room there. Me and Ebby are staying there. Cruiser's staying there. I think Cheryl got her room. I'm not sure who all else got their rooms, but and if you didn't book at the hotel where we are, it's no big deal. Just remember, for the people who are leaving from our hotel, we're covering the cost of your transportation to the hotel. Just remember, we're covering. So if you're getting a transfer, just worry about getting a transfer, getting off the ship. You don't have to worry about transportation if you're staying at the same hotel where we're staying. We're going to all ride together. Even if we check in at different times, we'll all ride together, because most of the time they are not really a stickler for your check-in time unless it's ridiculous. Like if your check-in time is at noon and you there at 10, maybe. But I think the last time me and Cruz were there like an hour before our check-in time, and nobody even stopped us. I don't even think anybody asked, honestly. I think we just walked on in, and it just wasn't a line. I think the only time they really start acting funny about your check-in time is if there's a line and they want to get the people who actually reserve their check-in time first. I think that's the only time they really get antsy about it. But anyway, but that's just that. Okay, so those are the cruise announcements. Cruise, if you think anything else, just drop it in the chat and I'll highlight it up on the screen. Hey, Chuck, what's up, boo? Majani, yes, Majani is getting on this shit with us. I can't wait to meet you guys. I cannot. Listen. It's gonna be back to back to back. It's gonna be October, February, May. Like, I'm just ready to make it work. I might really be posting pictures down to OnlyFans. Foot pictures. Foot. Don't nobody start that rumor. Foot. People with foot fetishes. My foot pictures. Down to the OnlyFans, because child, Lord knows I'm about to be paying a lot of money on putting a lot of money out. But it's all right. We're going to make it happen. I read something on Instagram, and Cruiser might have reposted this, but I read something on Instagram that said, I would much rather, what does it say? I would much rather die knowing that I lived my life instead of living to work, or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact words, but basically, listen, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go and I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm enjoying my life. I mean, I work and my bills are paid and I might struggle from time to time, but life is to enjoy. Life is to enjoy, and everything ain't for everybody. Like, you may not be a cruiser. You may not want to get on flights, but whatever makes you happy, find it. Just find it and enjoy it. You get up every day and you bust your ass to go to work. Some of us love our jobs. Some of us hate our jobs. Some of us are somewhere in the middle, but baby, we love it. We work for a reason, right? Glad I caught the live. Trying to distract myself. Tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary of my sister's passing. I'm glad I caught it. I'm so sorry, JP. We're sending you hugs and kisses. I'm sorry to hear that. As someone who's lost a sibling, I understand. It's not easy. Actually, the anniversary of my brother's death is actually coming up. So I understand. It's not easy. So I'm sorry I'm sending you, but I'm definitely sending you thoughts. Okay. Not teacher, YouTuber, foot poster. I'm telling you, listen, we got to make it happen. We got to do what we got to do around these parts. I might have to post. Look, I might have to take some pictures this weekend and try to post them. I don't know. But anyway, so those are the announcements. The books and bourbon, I think we're pretty much set. I'm excited. I can't wait to see you guys in a couple of weeks. Oh my gosh. Can't wait to see y'all. I can't wait to see Ebby's pop Cajun in the back of his head. Because that's what, in my mind, I envision that's how that's going to go. That Ebby is going to see Cajun, and Cajun is going to say, hey, Ebby, and go to give him a hug. Go to give her a hug, and then she's going to pop him in the back of his head. That's how I just feel. That's what I feel like is going to happen. Not why all the violence against me. I don't know, Cajun. Why all the violence against you? All right. So this was the first week of NFL football, and I must say I was not disappointed. I was a little nervous about this whole football thing. For a long time, I paid all of that money to have the NFL package because I just had to watch all of the NFL games. And then I realized that I was not maximizing the NFL package. So I stopped getting it probably about 3 years ago, I stopped getting it, right? Because I realized I'm really wasting money. But I was a little nervous going into this weekend. And I was like, am I going to be able to see enough NFL? Do I need to go and try to buy one of these packages from one of these other places? Friday night, the game was on Peacock. I already paid for Peacock, but I went out and watched the game anyway. But when I came home, I already paid for Peacock. Friday night, the game was on YouTube, but it was free to everybody. I think moving forward, it's going to be on YouTube TV. So you have to pay for that package to get it. And then yesterday, the Commanders played at 1, and there wasn't a second game on in our area. They come on Fox 5. There wasn't a second game, but at the end of the Commanders game, we got a bonus. They turned us to the Falcons Tampa Bay game, where I was able to get that last 10 minutes of that game where, Tampa Bay scored, and then the Falcons ran the ball down the field, but then they missed the field goal to tie the game. So I was like, okay, I got a little thriller. And then the early game on Channel 9, I don't remember what the early game was on Channel 9. Maybe the Jets. I don't know. I didn't watch it because I was watching my game. And then in the afternoon, the second game was the Lions Green Bay game, which was a pretty good game. Green Bay beat the stuff out of the Lions, but it was, it was a decent game. And then of course the Monday night game, which I'm so mad. I'm so mad I went to bed early because I missed that little comeback by the Bills at the end. But so I wasn't disappointed yesterday. I think I got some good football. Yeah, that Ravens game was crazy. Look, I was watching it. And I went right when red zone. I don't like red zone. I've tried to do red zone. I don't like red zone. I never have. I've never liked red zone, but that's just me. When Baltimore scored that touchdown in the fourth quarter, it was about midway through the fourth quarter. It was only a few minutes left in the game. I said, well, I guess this game is over. And I took my ass to bed. By the time I got upstairs, took my shower, did my, my evening, routine, I got an alert on my damn phone that said, Bills come back win. I said, son of a gun. I was so mad I missed that. So that's why, listen, my mom used to say it ain't over till the fat lady sings. And I guess that bitch wasn't singing last night. Tracy said she gonna be at the bar. Girl, my cable company sent me an email. I now get Disney plus Hulu, ESPN, Peacock, Paramount Plus, and HBO. So I think I'm going to cancel all mine and use the free ones. I'll just pay for that. Yes! Child, I wish I got all this. Absolutely. If I got all that in my cable bill, absolutely, I would delete all that. I absolutely would. Well, that's just like I canceled my Hulu. Now that Disney Plus and Hulu is one package, I had a separate Hulu account, and I canceled that. We were at a wedding and I was sneaking watching a Ravens game. It was great. And then this Thursday, the Commanders and Green Bay play. That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good one. So anyway, there's that. So I don't have a whole lot for y'all today, as you can tell, because I'm just talking. But let's get into the few stories that I have today. Big Brother. So y'all know the whole controversy over with the Big Brother situation. I told y'all yesterday when we were doing our 19K celebration, I told y'all yesterday that my conspiracy theory with this Rachel thing is that Rachel was never supposed to make it to jury. I think Rachel was never supposed to make it to jury. And I think that Big Brother never anticipated that these dummies would let Rachel stay in the game this long, much less not even put her up on the block. So now that we're getting ready to go into jury, number one, I think so this is my, and it could be a conspiracy theory. Don't read my text until you get off the live. Now I got to read your text because you told me don't read it. So now I'm going to read it. Okay. I know why you didn't want me to read it, but you shouldn't say don't read it, and then you know I'm going to read it. But okay, I'll call you boo. Notice how Amy never told them she was the one behind. Right, we never like it's weird to me that they were never curious about Amy being behind. Like they were never curious to find out who the person was that snuck into, like, that let Rachel in the house to begin with. And I was looking at a video on TikTok that said, did anybody ever notice how Rachel and Amy became so close so fast, like immediately? Like as soon as Rachel got in the house, her and Amy was like this. I personally feel like Rachel agreed to come on the show to shake things up, to give us that nostalgia and all of that. And I think Rachel was going to be on there for a couple of weeks and then roll out. I think CBS gave her a really nice check for her to come on there for a couple of weeks. I do not think that Rachel ever had any intention of being in the house to the end. I certainly don't think she had any intention of making it to jury. I just don't think they thought it would happen, because any normal Big Brother player would have freaking gotten her out. The new theory is that Rachel is the mastermind. I can see that. So what I found out today was, as I was scrolling through the tiki-taki, because we were talking about this yesterday, well, Rachel is in the jury house, right? Well, allegedly she's not. Allegedly, the people that do the Big Brother exit interviews got an email from CBS telling them to prepare questions for Rachel, which means that Rachel is not in jury. Jury doesn't do exit interviews. They immediately go into seclusion because they don't want anybody to slip up and say something about what's happening that would sway the jury. So if Rachel was in the jury house, she wouldn't be doing exit interviews. I honestly think that Rachel was never supposed to make it to jury. Email interviews, yeah. I honestly don't think that Rachel was ever supposed to make it into jury. That's just my theory, especially considering the game is supposed to be over in a couple of weeks. They're going to have another double elimination within the next 2 weeks in order for them to make it so that the finale, I think the finale is supposed to be in 3 weeks. They still got too many people in that house for us to get to finale in 3 weeks. They're going to have to do another double elimination. And I honestly feel like that's where we're headed. That maybe not this week, obviously, but I feel like next week is going to be another double elimination. And then we're going to have to really go straight into final 5 or final 3 or however the hell they're going to do it. Yeah. So, yeah, that unlock show is stupid. So in all reality, in order for them to even with Rachel doing an email interview, I mean, I get it. They can censor the questions, but the fact that she's even doing an exit interview at all, I don't know. That's just my theory. I could be wrong. Obviously, I don't know what the hell is going on CBS any more than anybody else. But I honestly just feel like this was just a ploy, and it would make sense that Rachel is the mastermind because nothing else makes sense. Because why didn't we ever get back? Even after Amy left, nope. Like, and Amy never told anybody. Nobody keeps a secret in Big Brother. Nobody. I mean, they tell at least one person. You know what I'm saying? They tell at least one person, oh, you know, I was the mastermind. Like, as close as Amy and Rachel got, Amy never told Rachel she was the mastermind. Like, nobody ever wanted to know. Like, when they thought it was Riley and come to find out it wasn't Riley, nobody, like, maybe this the nosy in me, but I would still be asking, who was the fucking mastermind? I still would want to know. And the fact that they just dropped it. They just dropped it and went on to the next thing. I was like, am I the only one still trying to figure out why they ain't figured out who the master? Like, it's just weird. It's this season is just, I feel like they're trying too hard. Like, just go back to freaking Big Brother. Big Brother was great because it was organic. You put 15 people. Oh, Amy did tell Rachel. Okay, because I didn't know she told Rachel. But you put 15 people from different parts of the world, I mean, country, and sometimes world, different walks of life, different age groups, Put them in the house, eliminate outside distractions, and just fucking let it roll. It's like they're trying too hard to produce a show. You're trying to find all of these weird characters. You're trying to find all of these like stereotypes of what this looks like and what that looks like to try to create a moment when you don't have to. When you put people in a room that don't know each other, you get genuine stuff. And yes, there's some things that I'm cool with twists, like when they did the twin twist, or when they had the brother and sister in the house. I mean, when they had Evil Dick and his daughter, like some of that stuff I'm cool with. But for the most part, just let the shit roll. It's like they just try too hard. But anyway, completely unrelated, but I'm reading that. Oh, it's called Her. My t-shirt, it says Her Story. So, and it says because of them I am. So it's just women. It's a bunch of women. Black women. Yep. Yep. Black women. Thank you. And now they said Ava has totally lost her mind. And I did like Ava at first, but they said Ava is really tripping now. I haven't watched since Who Won? My Brother's Girlfriend loved it. I think, oh Lord, that was 20. You said, oh, you talking about, okay. So anyway, that's sort of what's going on with that. They should do, no, they shouldn't. I work with teenagers every day. No, they absolutely should not do a Big Brother with teenagers. No. No. Absolutely not. Y'all think we got problems with people drinking out of the juice bottle and not washing their hands when they go to the bathroom and not keeping the house clean with adults? Can you imagine a house full of teenagers? Absolutely not. Anyway, child. All right. So that was pretty much that. So let me go through my list of what I have because, like I said, I don't have a whole lot. You know, we got to get off of here in the next before 8 o'clock. So let me see what else I have to talk about, child. It ain't a lot. Legendary New York club Studio 54 is reopening for one night only. Listen, when I tell you that I was supposed to be in my 20s, in the 70s, so I could go to Studio 54, when I tell you to this day, I still love disco. When I tell you I have looked at every documentary and read every book about Studio 54, and I absolutely positively love Studio 54. But here's the reality. You can't bring back what's gone. Like sometimes things are just lightning in a bottle. Like you can't, I mean, I'm here for the nostalgia. I'm here. I'm all here for the nostalgia. But you can't bring back. Sorry, y'all. You know what? Cruz, I'm about to send you this picture right now. I'm about to send you this picture my sister just sent me. Girl, listen. I cannot. Oh, Lord. I cannot. I'm sorry, y'all. I cannot. Let me see. Did it download? Hold on. There it is right there. I'm about to send it to you. I'm about to write down. Go look. Go. You know where to go look. Oh, Lord. This thing right here just cracked me up. My sister just sent me this picture. That just cracked me up, honey. A mess. Child. A mess. I cannot. Child, my nephew is a mess. Anyway, disco is dumb, but not forgotten. Baby, I love me some disco. Love me. Yes, I was trying to be on the balcony. You make me feel. Hey, yeah, listen, I probably would have been. Now, I wouldn't have been snorting or tooting. I wouldn't have been doing that. That wasn't that ain't my stilo, but baby. So that's happening. One night only. And it's for a cause. Let me read y'all the whole description. Sorry, I got sidetracked by my sister sending me this. Kevin Aviance is gonna be there. So excited to receive a VIP invitation to this once in a lifetime event. Studio 54 is reopening its doors for the first time in 43 years for one unforgettable night with Valentino Beauty. Okay, so it's an event for Valentino Beauty, and again, I'm here for it. And I hope they go full on nostalgia. I hope they give the full on nostalgia moment because I love it. And I like I said, I grew up loving um Studio 54. So there's that. Shout out to that. We're gonna come back to Young Thug. All these screenshots in my phone are Young Thug. We're gonna come back to Young Thug. Kiki Wyatt has responded to her son. I'm gonna read y'all this. It says, I will publicly address this one time only. I love my son and I love all of my children. I love all people. Anyone who truly knows me understands there is not a homophobic bone in my body. Like any parent, every day is not sunshine, but my love for my children never changes. I kindly ask that you respect our family, keep us in your prayers, and allow us the privacy to move forward in peace. Love y'all, Kiki. I don't know what y'all heard. What I heard is she said it. What I heard is she said it. She said, like any parent, every day is not sunshine. But my love for my children never changes. So it sounds like you said it. Maybe you said it in a fit of anger. Maybe you didn't mean to say it. Well, you meant to say that. But maybe, but it sounded to me like you said it, Kiki. And I am so sick of us. When I say us, I mean people, not us like us. But I'm so sick of people trying to quantify their bullshit. That's not even a microaggression that you might not be sure that that was a straight up aggression. That was a straight up slur. You getting cancer is your karma for being gay? And had I known you were going to be gay, I would have saved my money? What you mean? You wouldn't have took me to the doctor? You wouldn't have paid for my treatments? You wouldn't have, I'm sorry, what you mean you would have saved your money? So Kiki said that she loved her son. She loved all her children. Anybody who truly knows her understands that there's not a homophobic bone in her body. You said she doesn't think she's homophobic. That's in line with her beliefs. But her beliefs are homophobic. But I understand what you're saying, though, Katie. I understand what you're saying. But here's the thing that continues to piss me off. And again, I tell y'all all the time, whenever there's something that compares, when we're talking about the LGBTQ community, or I always compare it to black and white. Like if this were a white person that said that to a black person, what would the response be, right? Or how would people feel? So I'm gonna say this the same thing. It's funny to me how your child being gay is an abomination, but a gay person doing your hair is fine. Your child being gay is an abomination, but a gay person doing your makeup is fine. Your child being gay is an abomination, but a gay person being your stylist or or doing your wardrobe, no problem. You buy designer outfit, you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on gay designers, Armani, Versace. That's not a problem. But your child being a part of that same community is a problem. Singing, right? You ain't got no problem with a gay person singing your back up. It's like, child, I can't keep up with Kiki and her boyfriends' divorces and husbands. But yeah, I think her and the husband that was on the reality show. I know they broke up, but I'm not sure when that became final. But yes. All right. Andy said he want Kern back on the Real Housewives of Potomac, and to that I say, duh. Duh. First and foremost, the ratings bonanza that you would have to hear Karen tell her story, to come down to this good Al Gore internet, well, down to the Bravo, and play out her storyline about what happened, her experience in jail, and coming back afterwards. Like, hello, duh. Of course you want her to, of course you do. That's number one. Number two, nope. I'm about to say everybody. That's a strong word. Karen has a fan base that people love. People love Karen. So yes, people want to see. So for Andy to say he want to see Karen back, I just have to say, duh. Right. Does Kiki know that all these divorces and baby daddies are in sin too? Ooh, you better say it to the people in the back. Now let's keep moving the God line. I know that's right, Toya. Toya. Dr. Heavenly's son, the son that she said wasn't in trouble, the son that she said didn't get arrested, that son, even though she did come back later and clear it up and say, oh, you was talking about that son? Yeah. He his case was resolved today, and here's what it is. Fulton County Superior Court has officially ordered Damon Jr. to participate in a court-monitored program that mirrors probation, but with conditions meant to keep the case out of trial if successfully completed. Here's what the court ordered. A 24 months of supervised diversion with early termination possible if all requirements are met. 40 hours of community service. Hell, he just gonna go down to his mama job. Okay, never mind. Monthly check-ins with diversion officers in person or on Zoom. Oh, he can do it from Zoom. Okay. Completion of a Thinking for Good course. Completion of a Thinking for Good course. Completion of a Thinking for Good course. Vision board and goal setting exit. A vision board and goal setting exercise. Mental health evaluation within 6 months, plus adherence to any recommended treatment plans. Individual counseling twice a month for mental health support. Release of HIPAA forms to allow compliance monitoring by court officials. If Damon Jr. fails to meet these conditions or is arrested again, the state has the right to move forward with prosecution. The court filing dated August the 5th of 2025 couldn't have come Okay. It just goes on to talk about how now she's running for office. And y'all know I don't believe that. I think that's a storyline. I don't believe she's really taking that seriously. I think she's going to go through the motions, but I don't think that Dr. Heavenly is really taking it seriously. Did I tell y'all how there was a political rally that Dr. Heavenly was doing, and she had the wrong district that she was running for on her on all of her signage? How y'all get the district wrong that you're running for? And not only how do you get the district wrong, but how ain't nobody notice it until you know who told them that the district was wrong? Somebody from the media. So not only did you get the district wrong, but nobody caught it before y'all went out in public giving that shit out. Anyway, see, this is stuff I'm talking about. When I try to tell people, and don't get me wrong, racism exists, full stop. I'm not arguing racism. But what I'm saying is, don't sit here and tell me that money and class do not play a part in justice. O.J. Simpson proved that to y'all. If y'all want to keep acting like only white men do well in this current system of justice that we have in this country, I give you exhibit A, O.J. Simpson. And when we went through that documentary, we saw all the times that them police went out to that man's house, and all the times that he threatened that woman, and all the times that woman had bruises and showed it to the popo, and nothing happened to her. Okay? That was about money and class. You said rezoning. What you mean, Joanna? What you mean rezoning? Quad, they did say Quad was her campaign manager. Right, Abby. Nobody's proofreading that shit. Ain't nobody rezone in the middle of no campaign. She know what district she running for, if that's what you're talking about. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. I have worked on campaigns. I was a political science major in college. I have worked on so many campaigns starting from middle school. My best friend one of my best friends at the time, her mother was running for the city council here in DC. And I worked on her mama's campaign when I was in the 8th grade, was 7th or 8th grade. And I mean, literally all we did was pass out pamphlets and answer the phone to her campaign office. But I was there. All the way through. I was working on campaigns for DC mayor all the way through. And that's within the last 10 years. Okay. So listen, I have worked on many campaigns, and I wish somebody would let us walk out the door with signage and pamphlets that have the wrong district number. Bitch. But wasn't OJ one of those blacks like this dudes though? I don't know what you mean, Kim. Blacks like this dudes. I don't know what you're saying. This man, part of this. Okay, let me refresh our memory. Damon Jr. got into an altercation at his college, and he literally almost hit a cop with his car while he was fleeing the scene of the fight. I think he was getting into a fight with somebody else. And the police showed up, and so he was fleeing the scene, and he literally almost hit a cop. You tell me who else is almost going to hit. You tell me if Ray Ray almost hits a cop with his car, he get to do a vision board party. Y'all let me know if that worked out for Ray Ray. Y'all let me know if that worked out for Ray Ray. Did I ever work for Marion Barry's campaign? I did not. No, I never did work for Marion Barry campaign. Nope. When Marion Barry ran for mayor when I was younger, no. And then when he ran for re-election, that's when I was in college, so I wasn't in DC. And then when he went to, was it when he went to jail the second time? Shit, I don't remember now. But I just know that then he ran for city council, and his ward, he was in Ward 8, and I lived in Ward 5. So he didn't run, he wasn't a council member for my ward. Now let's be clear. I'm not mad at Dr. Heavenly for playing the game. Just like I told y'all before, I ain't mad at Dr. Heavenly for using her money and influence to help her son out. I ain't mad because they do it. Hell, they do it. I ain't even mad at her. But what we're not going to do is not sit here and act like if you have money and you have influence, that sometimes color is not always a factor. He lucky his ass just got arrested that night. He lucky that when the police caught up with him, they didn't take care of it themselves that night. That's where he's lucky. That's where he's lucky. He's lucky that them Georgia cops didn't put their own justice in place when they caught his ass. That's what they lucky. Oh, absolutely, Sierra. And let me tell you something. And they better bring that shit up on camera, too. They absolutely better bring that shit up. Because if it was any of the rest of them kids, trust and believe, Dr. Heavenly would make it a whole storyline. A whole storyline. Trust and believe that. Lauren said hit that thumbs up. It's 226 of y'all in the room. Now, what we looking for? 2 more things before we get out of here and head over to T's house for this Heart and Hustle. Y'all know what I'm saying. The Houston shit. Child, the Houston shit. Thug, I don't know who you pissed off, sir. Hey, young Thug, come here. Come here. Young Thug, who did you piss off? Because the way, I saw this thing on TikTok that said these young Thug calls are dropping like podcasts. I'm waiting for the next episode. Baby, the way these calls are dropping, sir. You have pissed the wrong somebody. Baby, the way they dropping these calls on your ass, and the reality of the situation is everybody getting it. Mariah the Scientist getting it. Glorilla getting it. Gunna getting it. Lil Baby Baby, everybody is getting a piece. Baby, they said that's what they was calling him. They calling him Lady Whistle Down, Thug Whistle Down, child. It's a mess. Not if I were Young Thug, I'd claim AI. He can't get away with that. He can't get away with claiming AI, child. He can't get away with claiming AI, child. I'm sorry. He can't get away with it. They say that Mariah, the Scientist, broke up with him because the call dropped that he was cheating on her, and he lied and said that he wasn't cheating with that girl, only for the video to drop. I mean, the audio to drop that he really was cheating on that girl. And Mariah, from my understanding, Mariah went and fought that girl and got her ass beat. That girl beat the brakes off of Mariah. She went down there, called herself fighting for Thug's love, and that girl drugged her. Only to find out months later that you went down there fighting this girl because Thug said she was lying and that he want to be with you, only to find out that it was true. Bitch. Thug, I don't know, but just say I'm sorry. Whoever you did it to, just apologize. I don't know who you did it to. But can I say the funniest part are these calls? Can I tell y'all what the funniest part of these calls are? Y'all want me to hear the funniest part of these calls? Is when Young Thug said, when Young Thug was mad at Drake on one of these calls because he said that Drake, he said that Drake could call Donald Trump and get him a pardon. So let's break this down. First of all, sir, you weren't even convicted of anything yet, so I don't know how you're going to get a pardon for anything. You can't get a pardon for something you haven't been convicted for yet. That's number one. That's number one. Number two, Drake is a Canadian citizen. Explain to me, what sort of influence do you think this Canadian citizen would have on Donald Trump? That's number two. But most importantly, number three, sir, those were state charges, not federal. Trump can't do shit about a state charge. I don't even think he was saying that Drake is a Trumper. I think what he was just talking, and he was just like, he was mad because he felt like Drake wasn't helping him. I mean, he was just talking shit like Drake could do something. About what, sir? About what? But yeah, these calls now, Whack 100 has claimed responsibility, but we don't believe nothing that come out of Whack 100 mouth, child. We don't believe nothing that come out of Whack 100 mouth, but he's claimed some responsibility. But I told y'all, all you have to do is put in a Freedom of Information Act. There's a whole YouTube channel called Phone Calls from Prison. That's where all the Nesto calls were coming from. Remember when we used to listen to the Nesto calls? They still dropping Nesto calls. They have Donald Aderson's calls over there. They have, like, when you can't get federal, if somebody's in federal prison, you can't get those phone calls, but you can get state phone calls. You put in a Freedom of Information Act. So it's not a big conspiracy theory. It just sounds like somebody went through the trouble of putting in the FOIA requests, and now they're putting them out. Now, I don't know. Maybe we know who's putting all of them out, but I don't want us to act like it was this deep, dark. Because actually, Phone Calls from Prison actually had the Young Thug calls. They were the ones that dropped that first Mariah the Scientist call when she was like, "You love me, baby." Y'all remember that one? And then it would disappear because Mariah the Scientist attorney sent them a cease and desist, and they were like, "It ain't that serious," and they just didn't drop anymore. But they literally had the Young Thug calls. They just didn't drop anymore after they got the cease and desist because they were like, "It's not that serious." So Mims in here being shady. What's up, Mims? Yeah, am I your baby daddy? Yeah, that one. And so her attorney sent a cease and desist, and they took it down. And Phone Calls from Prison was just like, it's not that serious. Like, we've got other calls we can post. We got other people. Like, they just didn't. I mean, they could have gotten an attorney and they could afford it because they weren't doing anything wrong. But they just kind of were like, all right, we'll just move on to the next thing. It's not that big, you know what I'm saying? Not that big of a deal for them. But I just find it rich that Young Thug is calling anybody unattractive because I'm just saying. I'm gonna say this last thing, and then we're gonna move right, and then we're gonna move over to T's house. And Abby, you can go ahead and step out the room because I already know you ain't gonna like what I'm about to say. I'm about to fuss for about 5 good minutes. I'm about to fuss. And I already know how Abby feel about what I'm about to say. Y'all know we love each other, but we don't agree on everything. So there was this viral clip, this clip that went viral today of this woman who showed up for court in a bonnet and a spaghetti strap dress. And the judge went on to admonish her about her showing up for court looking like that. She went on to say that she knew she was inappropriate, but she did not realize that she was there for a court date. She thought she was just there for a court visit. Now, let me show y'all what I'm talking about so y'all know what I'm talking about, and then we're going to move on. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all the clip so y'all see what I'm talking about. Sorry, y'all. I know whenever I go to look for something, it ain't never there, child. Here it is right here. Hold on.
What exactly are you wearing?
I'm sorry.
You have a swimsuit on to me.
No, it's not a swimsuit, and I did not know this was a court date. I just told the lady back there that I'm not dressed properly for court at all.
Really? Yes, you are not. I agree with that 100%. That's very insulting to me that you would come into my courtroom dressed like that.
I apologize. I had no idea it was in as a visit and not a court date. So I was unaware that this was a court date. Because she wrote on the back of the car a visit. So it was never said that this was a court date.
All right, this is case number 23CR 40542, the state of Ohio versus Monique.
Baby, did y'all hear the silence? Did y'all hear the silence in the courtroom after that woman said, I didn't know this was a court date? The lady wrote court visit. Did y'all hear the silence? Ma'am, listen. I have said this before, and I know that some of y'all disagree with me, and that's fine. We're just going to continue to disagree. We have got to stop lowering the bar. We have got to stop lowering the bar. We, as a society, continue to lower the bar. That we tell people that coming out the house like that is okay on any level. Ma'am, sorry. That's not okay to any courthouse. I don't give a fuck if you were going there to visit a friend. I don't care. I don't know what kind of visit you were going to, but if you were there visiting a friend, but if you were there visiting family, if you were there I don't know what kind of visit this was. But no matter what the visit you thought it was, in what world did you think that was okay? See, the problem is we as a, and I'm talking about black folk now, because white people, I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about black folk now. We have created this environment that have told us that unless we have a perfectly coiffed wig or perfectly done braids, that we are not, that we got to put a bonnet on and we got to cover our hair. No, ma'am, Pam. No, ma'am, Pam. See, that's part of the problem. When I was growing up, and I know I'm old, but when I was growing up, in between hairdos, if your hair wasn't done, you get you that gel from the dollar from the beauty supply store. You know, that thick brown gel. You get you that good old brush, and you brush that shit back into a ponytail. And some of us didn't even have a ponytail. Some of us just had a puh. Some of us just had a puh. We didn't even have a whole ponytail. We just had a puh. You slick that shit back, and you put a scarf on it at night to make sure you keep it slicked down in the front and in the back. If you didn't have enough in the back to make it, you slicked it to the best of your ability, and you put a scarf on that thing, and you let it dry like that. And then you went on about your merry little way until you got to the hairdresser. Many a times when I was growing up, I was in between that pro-con, yeah. I was in between hair appointments. You put that shit in the ponytail and you move the fuck on. But all of this, like acting like it's okay. And then this is the part I never understand. When people's hair is done and they go out with a bonnet on, what you covering your hair for and your hair is done? What the fuck are you saving it for? The purpose of getting your hair done is for you to, for lack of a better word, be presentable to go out here in public with your hair. I will never understand motherfuckers whose hair is done and they have the bonnet on. What you preserving? What are you doing? And I'm sorry. I do not think a bonnet is an appropriate thing to wear outside of the house. Wear that shit around the house all day long. But I do not think it's appropriate to wear outside of the house, and I ain't never going to change that. Now, have I worn a bonnet out of my house before? I'm going to tell you the truth. I sure have. I'm going to wear a bonnet Saturday morning. You know why I'm going to have a bonnet on my head Saturday morning? Because I'm taking these braids out and I'm driving to the hairdresser. But it's just because my braids are out. I'm going to be looking like a manchi. What's some things called with your head, the hair straight up? The troll. I'm going to be looking like a troll doll. But I'm going to walk from my car to the front door of the hairdresser. And when I leave out the hairdresser, the bonnet is going to be in my purse. You know why? Because my hair is going to be done. And let me tell you what's even worse. I might wear the fro either way. And listen, I've done that too. Sometimes I just walk out the house looking like a fro with my fro. But the other thing is when the bonnet is dirty. So then you're going to wear a dirty bonnet? Anyway, that's my 2 cents, child. We getting up out of here. We heading on over to T's house. I'm late. Let me let them know I'm on my way now, child. I'm on my way now. Hold on, child. And we headed on over there. Talk to y'all later. I don't think I can redirect y'all because I don't think. Let me see if T has his redirect on. I know JoJo don't be having his redirect on. Let me see if T has his redirect on. Let me see. Let me see if I can redirect y'all. Hit the like button on your way out, please, and thank you. Let me see. I gotta remind JoJo to turn because Scotty don't have his redirect on either. They need to put their redirect on. You have to actually go into settings and do it, and I don't think everybody knows that. But you have to actually turn your redirect on. Oh, wait a minute. It's not till 8:30. Okay. Oh, cool. I got a few minutes. It's not till 8:30. All right, cool. But I'm still going to get up off of here. But I have a few minutes before. But let me see if I can redirect it. Giving you. Let me see if it comes up. Whoops. I gotta see if T has his because if you don't type it in exactly right, giving. Yeah, I don't see it at all. No. Well, just meet me over at T's house at 8:30. Oh, he put the link in the chat. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Boom. Yeah. Yeah, it's at 8:30. I thought it was at 8 o'clock, child, but it's at 8:30. All right, cool. That give me time I gotta make a phone call. So that give me time to make my phone call. All right. See y'all in a little bit. Talk to y'all later. Peace.